moments that changed the way we partied, drank and got high forever. We all love a party. But some of us love to get laggo more than others. I used to be particularly fond of going hard. I have few regrets about those halcyon days of pre-drinking boost and vodka mixers before dashing from tables at Movida to have a tactical chunder in the bogs. Nothing stopped me. Even after I fell out of a cab and split my ass open, literally, and had to be sponge-bathed by my mom for 2 weeks, I still partied like I was P. Diddy. Even after I glassed my date in the face with my champagne flute after a number of Bustolas and then fell down the entire cascade of stairs at York racecourses, I still lived for the freakin' weekend. If you love the Raz, you love the Raz. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Except all of that came to end this time last year. I was wasted at a Christmas party when I randomly hooked up with some random bloke. Uh-oh. This random bloke was not my then boyfriend. That was the start of a very messy few months which ultimately unraveled the path I thought my life was going in. Had I not drunk so much cheap wine, maybe the ex and I would be living the champagne poppy life together. As it is, I'm now basically a teetotal vegan and I'm living with that random Christmas party dude bloke. It taught me a lesson: what happens on a night out can change your life. I was cool with being a messy fool, but when it started to impact on other people, I had to call it quits. There are times when your razzling can have massive ramifications. And there are times when you realize you've just gone too far this time and it's time to pull yourself together. Here, some other metro.co.uk staffers share the moments that changed the way they partied forever. I got banned from my local kebab shop at Kent UNI because I had passed out and vomited in there. Had to get taken back by 2 strangers and woke up naked and next to a cold greasy burger. I was supposed to be playing a lacrosse match the next morning and couldn't perform properly as was so hungover, so ended up in the 3rd reserve team. Fun. Got so hammered from dodgy punch that I puked all over myself in someone's front garden and then had to be carried home. The night before my first day at a new job. I never drank like that again because the next day was so miserable. Ended up in A&E during my first week in college with a bleeding stomach due to swallowing a cheap bottle of Rouse, but I will never learn. I do always make sure to line the stomach from now on. But the party continues. I was knocked down. By a parked car. For clarity's sake, Richard has kindly drawn us a map of how this happened on paint. Props to Richard. I was racing a friend from the pub to the kebab shop. I ran through the garden and then round the corner way too fast. The car was parked at a right angle to the pavement and I went over the bonnet. Hit my head on the curb, bounced back up and said I want a kebab. It hurt more the following morning. I got hit in the head by a road, caused by a car. I had a 10% chance of either not being permanently disabled, having a stroke or dead. 40% of dying, 50% of being alive then having a stroke, 50% after any of that happened ending up with permanent mental retardation. It changed the way I drank. It also meant I couldn't really remember my name for a month and I lost my sense of smell. Several times I have got so drunk I forgot to take my contact lenses out, which doesn't sound life-changing, but it is pretty horrific having to get your housemate to fish the lens out from the back of your eye. I've also driven back from a festival once and don't remember doing so. Probably not great. 200 people struck down with diarrhea on cruise ship offering bottomless buffet. Woman who ate at least 21 microwavable burgers a week kicks habit. There and number 039, has been a massive rise in the number of women getting their boomholes bleached. I once went on a drugs and alcohol-fueled bender up in the north. All was going swimmingly until about 3 in the morning, where a legal hallucinogenic high was being passed around in the form of a strange wooden pipe. Despite my friend's advice not to toke too hard, I took a massive hit, fell back off my chair in the garden and heard the same conversation repeated for the next hour, in what felt like an eternity, but with different people saying the words in different, more terrifying voices. I assumed I died and gone to hell, and I've never touched a hallucinogen since. So yes, this is an office of wreckheads and fragile souls. As we are approaching the festive season, feel free to share your awful moments in the comments so that you don't repeat these mistakes in the future. At least not until 2018. More, 6 people reveal the most horrific things they said to their boss at the Christmas party. More, rejoice, for you can cover your Christmas tree in festive boo baubles.